As the sun rises, we rise with it. And let us do so with an open heart. Let us do so with an open mind. Let us do so with a courageous spirit. Friends, shifters, light guardians from all across the world, this is Brendan. And once again, today is my birthday. Yes! And I celebrate for myself. I celebrate for all of us once again here on this beautiful moment, this beautiful now, as we ride forward into the sunrise that awaits us just beyond this corner. And so, once again, we ask ourselves, where have we been? What have we done? Who are we now? The same questions I ask myself time and time again. As we ride around this corner, as I prepare to take a few moments to just sit down and talk to you, to talk to myself, to reflect, to send forth another message, to document another moment as part of this ongoing story, in this never-ending story, this never-ending shift in consciousness that we are all on, that we are all a part of. There's a lot to reflect on. There is always a lot to reflect on. And here we are, once again. Not only is it my birthday, but it is a milestone. It is a moment of celebration. It is a moment to reflect for all of us. And of course, today, being something very special today, coincidentally enough, today is my birthday as well as it is also World Free Hug Day. What are the odds? What a coincidence, some might say. Yet for those who are already aware, the reason for this synchronicity is because I created it. The reason for this synchronicity is because I chose to bring it into this reality as something that we can share together. And so being World Free Hug Day, it's interesting because I'm just like, why didn't we do this 10 years ago? Why did it wait until now? Why is now the first official World Free Hug Day? It just so happens to be. It gives us something to talk about. It gives us something to reflect on. So what do I choose to reflect on in this moment? As I move myself into the grass to take a few moments here to talk to you. There's a lot that continues to grow. And so, you know, I think back on where it was last year. I think back on where it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, my birthday was a very different day. As much as it was the same, for those of you who are familiar, 2 years ago on my birthday was when my good friend Shelby passed. My dog, Shelby, passed. And I still carry that energy with me, so it is always a solemn reminder. It is always a humbling reminder on my birthday of the spirit wolf that is within inside all of us, of the wolf teachings that I bring forth. And what I love about my birthday is that it creates a space for gratitude to not only be expressed but also shared. And so how, you know, just as I get into that, how old am I now? Some might ask. As I've said before, in many different ways, this time around I am 31 going on infinite. Yet truth be told, I'm actually over 9,000. But again, you know, like, thank you so much to everyone for being here. Thank you so much to everyone who expresses their gratitude. And that is the thing that, like, as I sit here and I wait for the sun to rise, as it will rise in these next few moments, for undeniably I arrived here a few minutes early, because undeniably in this circumstance my time is a little bit limited, for I will only be able to stay in this moment for so long, for my duties call me elsewhere in this particular circumstance of today. Like, truth be told, like, on my birthday today I actually have to go to Toronto for like a really important interview for another project that I'm working on with my dad. So we had to like leave as soon as we can, but it's like, no, go do your sunrise video. You know, my dad and my parents were saying this. They're like, you know, that's important. So, you know, I say thank you to everyone watching this. I say thank you to my parents. And I use this space to reflect. I use this space to reflect on the lessons that I continue to grow into. What does it mean to be a leader? What does it mean to be Brendan? What does it mean to continue to awaken to the conscious dawn? And as I was saying, the thing that I love about my birthday, as there's so many different things I can say in this moment, the thing that I love about my birthday is being able to see, being able to be reminded of the gratitude that is expressed by you, for me, on behalf of the collective, for the collective. And as humbling as I allow myself to continue to be, it's important for me to be reminded of how much I am loved, of how others choose to see me, of what story I hold within their heart. Because I know that for a lot of people out there, as is the same story told over and over and over and over again through many different people, people tell me time and time again, they'll say, Brendan, thank you for reminding me. Thank you for giving hope. Thank you for being a beacon. Thank you for allowing me to know that I am not alone. Thank you for your consistency. Thank you for your dedication. And as I say these words, mimicking your own, I say these on behalf of my higher self to myself in this moment, as I am reminded of the path that I have chosen for myself. And so I say, you know, thank you. Thank you for your vulnerability. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your consistency. Thank you for having the willpower to manifest visions, not only for yourself, but for those that can be shared with the community, for those that can be shared with the team. And so what is that vision? What is it that I'm creating? What is it that we are creating together? There's something I was reflecting on lately, and it's this idea of what it means to not only be a leader, but to be a conductor. A conductor of a metaphysical train, if you want to think of it that way. And sometimes in the midst of the way this world just seems to work, as I rise to stand and I'm looking for that sun, I am eagerly looking for that sun right now. It hasn't, like, you can see it reflected in the sky, but it's not. Give it a couple more minutes and then it will be there. And if I'm a little bit late, then I'm a little bit late, but the sun will arrive right when it needs to. But as I was saying, as a conductor of this reality, oh, and I'm wearing my free hug shirt, by the way. Yeah, free hugs. I'm wearing a lot of things today. Like, I literally geared myself up, you know, I'm like, all right, avatar mode activated, light guardian crystal equipped, multiple shift buttons equipped, paradigm shift sigil carried on your shoulder, Triforce on the other, equipped, spirit wolf with you, eye of Ra, equipped. All these things continually equipped as reminders. But going back to what I was saying, the idea of being a conductor of a story, being a conductor of a metaphysical train, if you want to think of it in that way, sometimes this society, and I'm telling you this message because I want you to know, I want you to hear this, I want you to see through the vision of my eyes in this moment. Sometimes in society, and in particular, the way social media works these days, it's such a peculiar thing. And where once it was possible to reach thousands and thousands, now it's a struggle to reach a couple hundred some days, and it changes and it fluctuates, and Facebook's always like this and that. Nonetheless, my job is not to try and push and to force the realities to happen, but rather it is to build and create the momentum that allows the train to continue to move forward. And my job is to move this train forward regardless of the fact that maybe not everyone's on board yet. Because this train has places to go, this story has places to be, this destiny has timelines to align with. And so my job as a conductor is to get that train geared up, is to get that story in sync, and to get on the tracks and to stay on schedule, and whoever's on board is on board. And whoever's not on board, that's okay, because there's more stations for them that we can pick them up. But this story has places to be, and it needs to get there on time. And that is the role of the conductor. And so rather than me in a timeline parallel to this, where I might have stuck around and I might have been like, why bother? Why bother in the midst of all the resistance placed on top of us, on all the dirt piled on top of us, in whatever sense, on all of the doubt that society places on top of us? Why bother? Because as you know, that dirt is our strength. That dirt is the ability that allows the seed to become as strong as it needs to be. And so for all the dirt put on me, I push forward. I keep the train on track. I move ourselves to the destination so that we can arrive on time, so that destinies can unfold. And for all who hear the call, all aboard indeed, onto the train of our destiny. And what is this destiny? What is this story? As I patiently wait, come on, son, I'm waiting. It's like, can I see it over here? This normally doesn't happen. Usually it's like ready, and I think I just arrived like a few minutes early. But that's all right. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm arriving early so I can get there on time, but nonetheless, this video is not ending until that sun is in this video too. Because I want to eat it. I want to eat that sun. I want to eat it with my face. I want to eat it with my heart. I want to eat it with my soul. So there's a lot of things to reflect on. And in doing so, oh, I can feel it. It's coming up soon. I can feel it. I'm like kind of like eye gazing right now. And in doing so, you know, like, my growth is my growth, but my growth is also our growth. And for the people who, again, admire me, and I use that word specifically, you know, what does it mean to admire something? You know, I'm sure that word could be broken down, but I'm curious how, like, what does the word admire even mean? But, you know, like, when people look at me and they say, like, you know, like, Brendan, I admire this and that. I admire what you do for community. I admire your courage. You know, everything that you see in me, you see in yourself. And so I am but another mirror. So if you see the courage in me, if you see the badassness in me, if you see that whatever it is that you find attractive in me, that's in you. Bring that into yourself. Activate it as much as you choose to. It already is within yourself, within your heart, within your being. And that is my role, you know, within this awakening of consciousness, to bring this full circle as we move this video towards some form of conclusion. And I'm probably gonna do some like lightsaber spinning stuff just for fun. As we move towards this awakening of consciousness, what is the story that we are actually living? Like, what is the narrative that is actually unfolding? Time and time again, but let me recap. Like, this is about us as the dream awakening to itself. And through that, it is about awakening to our potential. It is about awakening to our divinity. It is about awakening to joy. It is about awakening to bliss. It is about awakening to the magic that is inside of us. And so, as like the elfkin, my duty is to literally be the bridge to help bring more magic into this world, as is yours. And it is to remind ourselves of how to use the tools that are already inside of us. And so what tools are inside of us? These are the tools of the heart, the tools of the mind to create. And so that is why, on today, happy World Free Hug Day, as I invite you to go out there, not just today, but every day, to use the power of your heart to change this world, because it is only through doing it that we remember how to use it. It is only through the look in another person's eyes do we remember the value that we can bring into this world in many different ways. And so use your heart. Use your heart to listen closely to the futures that whisper your name. Use your heart to remind yourself of what you came here to do. Use your heart knowing that it is incredibly badass, an incredibly beautiful, badass thing. And every day, your heart will help guide you. Your heart is the portal to your intuition, and it will lead you, and it will challenge you, and it will whisper to you, hey, go say hi to that person. Hey, go spend some time sitting by yourself. Hey, go work on some art. Hey, remember that thing that you've been wanting to do? You can do it. Hey, other people appreciate you, and your presence alters their reality. And it makes a difference, and it affects not you, but it affects the entire collective. And the little things that you do ripple out in bigger ways than we can even know. And so as I take another few moments here, because there's still more things that I want to talk about. Can I see it? I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see it. Thank you for being patient with me. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. Why don't I just go over there where there's like actual sunlight? I mean, it only just popped up there, don't get me wrong. But as I stand here closer, oh, there it is. Jeez. I feel like a fool now. Just I'm standing here, I could have stood here at least a couple minutes ago. Oh yeah. I guess I just wanted to build up the anticipation. I guess I just wanted to appreciate it. Because I still got something important to say. As I reflect on my story, as I reflect on our story, there it is. I'll show you in a second. Just give me this moment. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, everyone. Go ahead, breathe it in with me. I guess I don't know, I was stubborn. I was sitting in the exact same spot I've sat in for previous years. I'm just yeah, I'll just sit here. Meanwhile, it's no, you can just go stand over there. Sometimes you have to move. Sometimes, as much as we can wait for the sun, we can also rise to meet it. So, keep that in mind, that the sun is always rising in some relative sense of the word. It is always rising, it is always being seen. So, as I move forward to bring this video to a conclusion, there's one more thing that I want to reflect on, because it's important to me. And some of you would have seen this in previous videos. Some of you would have heard me talking about this last year. But again, it's the moment for me to reflect on my story, on my path, on my destiny, of who I came here to be, and the mystery of myself that I'm still awakening to. Who am I? What am I? Yes, my name is Brendan. Yes, my middle name is Randall. Yes, my middle name translates to wolf, to wolf shield. Yes, my last name is Culleton, which literally, in a sense, refers to the clan of dreamers, coincidentally. And yes, my first name, Brendan, also translates to prince. And so, in this moment, as I reveal that side of myself, rarely as I do on my birthday, because that is still a big part of the story that is still being woven. The idea of me stepping into my identity of prince, not just as something that I'm like, yeah, I think if I just like tell people I'm a prince, that will be fun and it'll make the story cool and it'll like add another layer to it. It's like, no, I am who I am regardless of my preference in this time and now, because the energy of prince as a direct translation of Brendan was chosen for me by my higher self before I even came into this reality physically, in order to be able to carry that energy as my own humbleness, as part of my own duty. Because believe me, being prince means carrying things. Being prince means stepping in, like being like no other choice. Like there is no other choice. If you have prince in your name, as we all do, and the reason why I speak this out loud is to remind all of us that we all have prince and princess in our name, that we all carry that divine lineage within us. And so as one prince, I invite all of us to activate the prince and princess within all of us, that divine remembrance. And so as prince, as a leader, what do? I grow myself on behalf of my people. I step into my power on behalf of all. I rise to my destiny to meet it. For our destiny will always be there, and we may not always be able to choose it, but we can choose to meet it. And so what do I intend to do? I intend to lead. I intend to grow as a leader. I intend to enact the evidence of the fact that one person can make a difference. And as much as I am leading us into our future, into this shared creation, into the organization of doing something as simple as World Free Hug Day, I invite you to do the same. I invite you to carry the honor of your heart on your sleeve for others to see, and the passion of your intentions boldly, so that others know that you are doing this for important reasons, because this shift in consciousness is always there. It is always waiting for us. Every single day there is a job to be done. Every single day there are hearts to be awoken. Every single day, as light workers, as light guardians, our job is to hold ourselves into our own light, and yet also to be able to clean, to be able to dust off the dirt of our heart, to be able to clean the lens of our heart. Ooh, I can see that like breath. We are all the elements. Earth, wind, water, fire, and sun, and air. And so, as the sun rises and I get ready to conclude this message, as my lightsaber literally changes from purple to red, you may not have noticed, it does that sometimes. From crown to root and root to crown, the balance in between, the gray Jedi, the black and the white, the light guardian inside of us, the prince and the princess within inside all of us. I further use this moment to call in to my own heart all of who I came here to be. For deep within each side, every one of us, there is a nobility that is waiting to be seen, for all the world to know what that which we have always been. The true heart echoes, the destiny that lives so loud, that lives throughout time, that is something to be proud of. All the things that we have done, of all the places we have been, of all the stories that have woven us, so that we can truly begin to remember who we are, to awaken within this dream, to allow ourselves to be all the things in which we can see. Because our story is still unfolding, because this destiny is here and now, because there is a presence that is woven throughout all of us. And all we have to do is remember how to listen to our heart, how to listen to our mind, how to allow ourselves to become stronger each and every time. With all the lessons that unfold, we become more of who we are, for nothing is an accident. This reality is perfect. For that is what we are told, for that is what we remember, for we are infinitely old, and this wisdom was within our heart, for the stars shine within our eyes, and the story will continue from the last hello to the first goodbye. For we are the Alpha and the Omega. We are the dream awakening to itself. For every day is our birthday. As we celebrate the inner elf. Well, that said, I gotta go. I got places to be. I gotta get home. I think it took a little bit longer than I planned, so staying on schedule. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, World Free Hug Day is every day. Go out there, continue to carry the message that I not only emit as a beacon, but is one that has come from the core of consciousness itself to answer the call of what is needed. What is needed is for us to step into our own badassness, for us to be the light guardians that we are here to be, for us to build community, for us to be leaders, for us to be honest and authentic to ourselves, and for us to discover what true happiness means to us and then to emit that frequency out into the world. For the sun is a portal that is literally love pouring out into this world. It is literally infinite love pouring into this world. And remember that there are little suns inside of us, in each and every single one of our cells. And so you have the power of infinite suns. You have the power of infinite hearts, for all of our hearts reflect one another. And as I've said many times before, let my courage be your courage. Let my love be your love. Let my strength be your strength. Let my passion be your passion. And so I thank you. I thank all of you for being a part of this. I thank all of you for your contributions. I thank all of you for your attention and for the reflections that you carry of the message that I carry, of the message that I send out, of the message that we send out, the message that is continuously brought forth from the core of consciousness. For everything that I am saying, yes, it comes through my mouth, but it comes from a deeper voice. And if you know that, then you know that. And I thank you for knowing that, because you do know that. And so that voice is inside of you too. So let us go forward, build paradigm shift communities, continue the story, interact, future online broadcast, go forth. Yes, be awesome, be a badass. Every day is our birthday. And so with that said, I thank you. I see you. I honor you. The light guardian within me is the light guardian within you. You can howl with me if you want. Beautiful. Awesome. There's a little bit more sunset for you. Alright, wrapping up this video. Places to be, things to do. The story continues through the love that we share. As always, keep it shifty, and I'll see you in the future. Tune in for more at ParadigmShiftCentral.com. Let's kick some butt, let's do this, let's get excited, get pumped. Keep it shifty. Love you guys.